Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Horizons Tarot. I'm doing a look ahead for the sign of Scorpio. Turning on my fan real quick. And try not to forget my timer. Being that this is a general reading, if it doesn't fit your situation, if it doesn't sound familiar, it is probably not your story. This is going to be the short version of this reading. So if you want if you want more information, there will be a longer. This is going to be really brief. The other one that's going to be uploaded will have the same title, it just have extended in the title. So if you watch this and you want more information, or you just prefer longer readings, then definitely check that one out. Please like, share, subscribe, or comment if this does resonate or you enjoy it and you want to see future content. Otherwise, we are going to get started. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, trying to get my music going. Alright, so this is for the sign of Scorpio. The most important messages for the sign of Scorpio. Only what serves towards their best interest, greatest good, highest potential. What is coming towards them? What do they need to know? Please help me to paint a clear, accurate story so that I may properly interpret and relay the messages that you want them to hear in the way that you want them to hear it. Not what they want to hear, not what I want to tell them, but what is true and serves only towards their best interest, greatest good, highest potential for the sign of Scorpio. And what's coming towards them. And 1, 2, shout out to Scorpio for always being the highest viewed sign that I do. I appreciate you guys. Alright, so that's the theme. Your current energy situation. What's coming towards you. I know that's too high. Probably have to zoom out because I don't see. Highlight. Oh boy. Advice. Outcome. Alright, Scorpio. There's your card right there. Let me make sure this is all. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. I've got quite a bit of room that way, but not the other way. So, I'm gonna move everything over just a little bit. Alright, that's a little loud. Alright, so starting off with your current energy situation. We have you with the as far as signs, sorry, signs or genders may not apply. Just pay more attention to the energy of the card. But we do have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Possibly your card, but I see that more as Pisces, doesn't matter. Pisces here as well. We have Scorpio, Aries here, we have Libra, we have Taurus. And that's it for signs. 1, 2, 3, 4. You do have 4 major arcana. So similar to Leo's reading, there are some major energies involved in this, or it's long-term, it's been going on for a long time, or it has long-term implications. Alright, so let's start. Your current energy situation is this Page of Cups. Being that this is brief, it's we're not going to do clarifiers, so there's different ways to interpret this, but some of you may be very curious about something at this time. Maybe emotionally you are opening up to something, or you're being compelled to be more expressive, especially when it comes with your feelings. Some of you might feel kind of vulnerable with that Page of Cups, but others of you might be exploring something that kind of makes you emotional or makes you want to experience more. This is kind of a curious card. You know, the pages can represent children, so think of childlike wonder, you know, wanting to figure out all of it all at once and not really having a directed flow. And some of you could be dealing with a younger person that you could, you know, be kind of childish at this, be displaying more childish qualities at this time. If you heard that, that was my stomach. But we would definitely clarify that. But I see this as like kind of letting your emotional feelers out, like your antennae, testing the waters, or being curious, being open about something. This could be a new offer, a new communication, something that's just started, just begun, and you're exploring it. Okay, so when we do the extended, we'll clarify what exactly that is and what it involves. But that's your current. Moving on, we have what's coming towards you with the Four of Cups. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other cards. We start out with the Cups, and then we end up with the Swords. So some of you, with that Four of Cups, you may suddenly decide, switch directions, and decide to reject an offer. Or you may feel that your curiosity towards whatever this is, if that's the case, and the clarifiers don't change that, your openness towards a thing is now, you're being rejected here. In some way you're being overlooked, disregarded. I say that because that's the energy of the Four of Cups. Whether you are doing that towards an offer you are receiving, or someone or something is doing that towards you, the Four of Cups can talk about a rejection of a proposal, a rejection of interest, you know, not being interested, not being emotionally invested. It can talk about boredom, you know, feeling disenchanted, dissatisfaction, but also it can talk about a missed opportunity. So for some of you, this could be an opportunity that kind of briefly, what's coming towards you could be an opportunity that briefly, it's not there forever. It's temporary. And if you're not looking for it, you might miss it. Or it might have like a limited time offer kind of thing. Limited time only. So we'll clarify that, but some of you may have to reject this proposal because of this. We'll get there. You might have to set it aside, or just outright say no to it. So for the silver lining and or highlight, depending on what this is. This is the positive aspect, or the potential positive impact that whatever's coming towards you could symbolize. So these songs, some of them are quiet, some of them get loud. So this is the positive aspects of what's coming towards you, or the potential positive aspects. We have Justice, which can be a Libra card. So for what's coming towards you, the positive aspect from this could be justice, basically. Rebalancing something that was previously out of balance. Righting a wrong. It could be karmic, where karma is in your favor, because it is a positive, or it allows you to rebalance those scales. There's a potential here for you to remove some of the karmic debt that you might owe to a situation. For others of you, this might be, if you're dealing with any type of legal situation, this might be a good omen for you. But if you're fighting for some kind of equality, justice, balance, or righting a wrong, this is a good place for justice to be. Justice is in your favor in this position, or karma is in your favor. So it's a rebalancing or a balancing of the scales, is basically what that represents for a positive or potential here. Now on the opposite side of that, we have the potential pitfalls or things you need to watch out for with what's coming towards you. So the less desirable potential impacts. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this could involve family, a family dynamic, finance. Your finance could be impacted, your home, your security, your sense of especially material comforts, basically. The Ten of Pentacles is like reaching your version of financial success or prosperity. This could represent something to do with a business, a career, your finances, but it can also talk about home, legacy, family. It's the long-term plan. That's the Ten of Pentacles, the stable foundation. So the negative impact here could be that is disrupted in some way. A family relationship is disrupted, a financial or career is disrupted, and that goes pretty well here with the Tower. Whatever this is, we'll just skip right to that because I think that's definitely what that's warning about. This is your warning here. This is the potential roadblocks, challenges, obstacles that could hold you back here in regards to what's coming towards you. Now the Tower is, like I said, it's Scorpio Aries. So being that it is a card of Scorpio, Pluto, this could be that you're in your own way. You yourself are in your own way. It could be that something is being shaken up, divine intervention steps in. It could be something that kind of, it can represent an ending or an unexpected occurrence, event that something out of the blue that you didn't see coming. But as a challenge, that's a pretty significant challenge, being, both the Tower and the Tower is a major arcana. But if it was something like a minor arcana, or basically with the Tower as your challenge or obstacle, it's significant. It has weight to it. So it's not superficial by any stretch of the imagination. Whatever this is pretty heavy. What exactly it is, we'll have to see in the extended, but the Tower is about shakeups, the breakdown of foundations, and that's what that card is. This is a foundation, strong, usually very strong. That's why it's related to family, career, and long-term finance. So this could be the thing that rattles this down here. Okay, so we'll definitely see what exactly that is. It could be something that you're already going through. But if not, if you're not going through a Tower moment, things aren't changing drastically, or your life isn't like seemingly falling apart, or, you know, imploding, then this could be something that you're facing in the future. So, outside or external influence, this is Taurus energy with the Hierophant. On this deck they call it the Wise One. So outside external is anything outside of you, could be people, energy, situation, that is going to have some kind of influence, whether positively or negatively. But it is outside of you, and you know, it could come from any direction basically. But with the Wise One, the Hierophant here, this can talk about a marriage. It can talk about a contract, a commitment of some kind. This is the Hierophant is a higher level of commitment. Now, whether that means marriage or a personal vow. You know, this could be something that you have signed your name to, or promised, or been promised. Okay, this might be something that you didn't sign your name to, but somebody else made some kind of promise or commitment towards you. Whatever this is, whether that's like a long-term career, or you know, there's something about that, the way the Tower, the Four of Cups, and this. Maybe that's what this is. This is like a company or an institution possibly that is offering you something, but because of this Tower here, it's maybe you can't take seriously. It's like you don't have any optimism or faith in it, because normally we have, this is our sense of value, personal value, like whether that's religious, societal, cultural, it's something that we do not break from. That's why it's a commitment card. Either something about this that you're no longer interested in, or they're offering it and you can't invest in it because of the Tower. I really don't like doing the short readings, if I'm honest, because you can take all of these cards in so many different directions. So it's hard to pinpoint one thing, because the clarifiers always change things up. But this is some kind of commitment, either to self, to another, or another towards you. And again, this is another card that has long-term impact. And sitting in front of both of these is that Tower, which is, yeah, it's a shake-up. This is the immovable object, and this is the earthquake. I'm sorry if I'm taking so long. It's just, there's something about that that's kind of bugging me, but I can't put my finger on it. For some of you, this could be the breakup of a marriage, or in some way, like there's something that you're starting to realize about some kind of commitment. Either you made this commitment towards, or a promise that someone else or something else, like an institution or a business, made towards you. Maybe this is the thing that kind of does that. Your advice here with the Four of Swords is to, I think, provide yourself some space from it, so that you can go over all your options and see things in a different, and that lines up really well with this Hangman over here as your theme. So you're meant to create some space, especially mentally, like give yourself a mental break from this, so that you can clearly, you know, make a decision or process. I think the Tower is the strongest card here, really. It's the one that I keep getting sucked back towards. This could be an internal thing, this Tower. It might not be something on the outside falling apart. This could be something on the inside that's changing your perspective of things, especially the things that you held to be true, for what you value, for what you trust, for what you believe in. This, for some of you, could be a literal, like, some of you are going from having devout faith in something to starting to question your faith, or starting to question the purpose of it, or your previous commitment to it, whether that's your own set of values or, again, what you've signed. But the Four of Swords says to take a step back, to give yourself some mental, a time of peace, quiet, solitude, reflection. And of course you would die right now. So take some time away from this. It doesn't necessarily mean stop going to work, or, you know, ignore somebody, or just it's not about completely severing here. It's just giving yourself some time. Now, the probable outcome, probable, not definitive, but for what's coming towards you, the probable outcome here is the Nine of Swords. So we go from cups to swords, meaning we go from a wishful, kind of dreamy, and, you know, clarifiers might change this up. So you might not be in that energy. You might still have, like, hope with a situation, but then we go from that to the Nine of Swords, which is anxiety, stress, overthinking, being overly critical or negative, or hyper aware of everything that's wrong. You know, thinking too much about it, which is exactly why this is your advice. is not to get to that point of the Nine of Swords where you start to lose sleep, you start to struggle with your mental health, your anxiety to the extreme. That's, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, insomnia, mental health deteriorating. So that's the direction that this is potentially moving you towards. But that's why your advice as the Four of Swords is to take a breather, remove yourself from the situation long enough so that you can see it. And I say that is definitely reconfirmed here. What is the theme? The whole theme of what's coming towards you is this Hanged Man. So this might feel like a problem that you have to attack, or you have to immediately resolve or take action towards, but the Hangman and the Four of Swords tells me that this is not something that you want to just jump into. Whatever this tower is, and I'm feeling more strongly that maybe it's both. Maybe it's an external thing that also shakes up internal. But it's forcing you into a position where you have to, it might be stagnation. It might be, again, the clarifier is going to help out a lot here, because for some of you I said this might be like a shake-up of what you believe in, and that's what the Hangman asks us. Take a look from different angles, from different perspectives. There is no movement with the Hangman. He's in that position because he needs to see things from a different light. He needs to gain wisdom from that position. Clarity, wisdom, insight, understanding. So whatever this is does represent stagnation, but it also might represent, a really deep internal look at things. Maybe about yourself, maybe about the situation, what's being offered, what's being taken away, what's being rejected, whatever that is. It's kind of it's very, very much a self-reflection, internal process. I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be kind of a profound, well, whoever this is for, it's a profound internal inventory. We go from feelings to facts, but the facts are overwhelming. And there is an opportunity to balance some things out, but again, you're being put into this, in a position where there's no movement. You're in stasis. And it's all, this is what's coming towards you, but it's all centered around this tower. Whatever this is the thing that just pulls the rug out from underneath you. And I don't know exactly what that is. It could be a process that you're already in. But I'm really curious to see what that's about. So Scorpio, sorry this is kind of was all over the place. It took me a minute to see the thread. But if this did resonate for you, or you're just curious, go to the extended version. Well, we're going to break all this down and clarify everything and get a much deeper look, a much more detailed look at everything. For those of you that popped in or stayed, I appreciate you. Again, thank you, Scorpios, because you guys are hands down, no contest, the one sign that shows up most often. So that's awesome. Other than that, I'm going to move on to the long spread, and I hope to see you there. If not, that's fine. Share, like, subscribe, all that. Leave a comment, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Otherwise, have a great weekend.